You're the next Douglas Bubble Trousers!
And we are back. What's poppin', guys? It's your boy, Bubble Trousers 1, here to bring you the first episode of a new series we're going to be doing here on the channel. As you can tell from the title screen, we're going to be playing Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, the sequel to Pokemon Coliseum. I'm going to be aiming to upload a video of this series every single day, so if you guys enjoy it, please do leave a like, pop that subscribe button down below, and be sure to answer the question of the day. Without further ado, let's get right into the gameplay. I'm going to start a new game here. New story. We're going to name our character Bubbles. That's going to be the norm here on the channel. Yeah, guys, I'm really excited to be getting into this game. I had a lot of fun doing Coliseum, and I think I'm prepared for this series to be a lot more polished than the last one. So this is actually I've at this point lost count of how many times I've tried to record this first episode. There's been recording error after recording error, and it's just been a nightmare. But for now, I'm gonna let you guys watch the cutscene, and I'm gonna shut my yapper. Here we see a mysterious Pokemon picking up a giant cruise ship. That Pokemon resembles a legendary that many of us have seen before, but there's something off about it. Whatever might it be? Cue cool techno music. Gosh, that's one thing that this series just doesn't fail to do. Its music is fantastic. So this is just an entry simulation. It's kind of cool how they actually start the game off with you in a battle simulation. And really cool Pokemon as well. I mean, Salamence and Metagross. Both pseudo-legendaries of the Hoenn region. Fun fact, not really a fun fact, but, well, I guess it is. In one of my earlier recordings, I managed to lose this battle by getting one shot by a critical hit Sludge Bomb that also managed to poison me. So, I had some bad luck on a prior recording, but that one went pretty smoothly. Yeah, I mean, after doing this so many times, there's so much useless dialogue that I'm frankly, normally in this series, I'm going to be reading off characters' dialogue, but there's so much here that if I read off all of the dialogue in this opening tutorial, this would be like a 30-minute episode of just that. And I don't really want to put you guys through that because that's, quite frankly, pretty boring. So I'll sum up the conversations for you. And if you guys want to slow down the video and read it for yourself, I mean, you guys can feel free. Basically, this conversation, my mom is talking to this professor, and my little sister has run off somewhere. But before I can go look for her, I have to go to my room and get my PDA, which is essentially this game's just tool that we're going to be using throughout the series, like almost the equivalent of like a Pokegear in Generation 2 or the Pokenav in Generation 3. Same deal. So, just a plot device for the most part. And it's laying there over on the table. Yeah, one thing that is really interesting about this game, like I said, it is the sequel to Pokemon Coliseum, but this game follows a much more similar plot development and story development and gameplay to main series Pokemon games. Unlike Colosseum, which, you were a rival, you were a member of an evil organization, and you basically went rogue. This game, you're your typical 10 to 12-year-old kid who is on a mission for a professor. So, here this kid hiding under the tables just revealed to us that our little sister is off at some weird mansion in the woods. So that's always nice, This is story, so I'm going to read this. We bring you ONBS News. Authorities still have failed to find any traces of the cargo ship SS Libra since its sudden disappearance off the coast of Gadianport. There have been no reports of flotsam that may indicate the ship sinking. The authorities appeared mystified by the way the ship vanished like smoke. There are reports that numerous Pokemon were on board. Concern is rising over their welfare. And yet, at the same time, nobody's concerned about all of the people on board. I never understood that. Like, did all of the people get rescued, but the Pokemon didn't get rescued? Because that doesn't make much sense to me. No. I don't know. Plot hole, I guess. Here we're going to go outside, and we're going to go to the fast travel point. So like Pokemon Colosseum, you can fast travel between locations. Here we're going to get to see a cool view of the lab. This is one of the cooler labs, in my opinion. Yeah, and unfortunately, unlike Colosseum, instead of riding around on a dope scooter with like a giant turbo car engine, we have a moped. So we've downgraded a bit in that category, unfortunately. This is a creepy looking house. Wait, who goes there? You must be a burglar. Chubbin will put you straight. Don't you move. Chubbin is the name, and Chubbin is the #1 assistant to Dr. Kaminko. Chubbin is the only assistant, so Chubbin has to be the #1 assistant. And here we get our first battle, and this is going to segue me into the introduction of our starter Pokemon. So, as you guys might have caught in some earlier dialogue, our starter Pokemon for Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness is Eevee. And a bio for Eevee should be overlaid on the screen right now. Eevee is a pure normal-type Pokemon, and its starting moveset is Tackle, Tail Whip, Bite, and Growl. Out of its base stats, there's nothing really to write home about, but that's fine, because Eevee is not going to be used for very long, as you get the option to evolve him into many different Pokemon here pretty shortly, actually. I'm going to be going over all of his evolutions when that time comes, but for the time being, some things to note about Eevee are the fact that it gets a base 60 power, Dark-type move in its starting moveset of Bite. Bite is a very useful move if you plan on evolving your Eevee into either Umbreon to take full advantage of a high base power stab-type move early on in the game, or a special attacker such as Vaporeon, Jolteon, or Espeon. Bite and the Dark type provides great coverage for those special types, and because this is Gen 3, it is a special move. So Pokemon like Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Espeon can take full advantage of their special attack stats when using them. So this starting battle is just against the Sunkern, one of the weakest Pokemons in the game, if not the weakest Pokemon in the game at this point. Chobin's teams in the future are going to be notoriously weak, although he does get some pretty interesting Mons, from what I remember. And this game is a single battle, but I'm pretty sure every other battle in the game, except for maybe one other, are double battles. So there's only single battles until you get to Pokemon, in which case every battle is a double battle. So it is similar to Pokemon Colosseum in that respect. And in my opinion, I like double battles a lot more because you have a lot more room for strategy and it makes a lot more Pokemon viable. So, you've made Chubbin angry now. Even though Chubbin lost, you're still not going past Chubbin. Huh? Closer observation reveals that the subject is a child, ergo, the subject is not a burglar. Ah, Chubbin wishes you spoke up right away. You're Bubbles? Chubbin apologizes for jumping to the wrong conclusion. And here's my sister. Good old Jovi. Oh, Big Brother, what are you doing here? Oh, Jovi gets it, Big Brother. You got lost, didn't you? Jovi thought so. Big Brother, you look dependable, but then you make silly mistakes. This big house is Dr. Kaminko's. Dr. Kaminko's job is to make incredible inventions. There's a whole bunch of neat machines like they have at the Pokemon HQ lab. You should come in too, Big Brother. So that's our sister. Bubbles, you're that girl's older brother? Sometimes she comes here. She wanders around everywhere. Chubbin finds it hard keeping an eye on her so that she doesn't bother the doctor. Oh yes, Bubbles, you will have a look at Dr. Kaminko's inventions. You will, yes? Okay, this way, please. Follow Chubbin. Man, I've read this dialogue so many times, you guys have no idea. I'm hoping this is the recording that takes. Okay, Chubbin will now show you the inventions of the inestimable Dr. Kaminko. Dr. Kaminko's inventions, it needs to be said, are #1 in the world. Chubbin is full of admiration. Oh, why does Chubbin know that they are #1 worldwide? That needs explaining? In the whole wide world, no one but Dr. Kaminko would invent such inventions. Therefore, they are #1 in the world without question. Our Dr. Kaminko, who is very great, is inventing in that room there. Hi, Doctor. What kind of funny machine are you making this time? Jovi wants to know. Uh-oh, that girl's at Dr. Kaminko's side again. Chubbin hopes she's causing no disturbance. Anyway, let Chubbin acquaint you with just some of Dr. Kaminko's greatest inventions. Let the VCR roll. That close-up view, though. Dr. Kaminko's inventions are #1 in the world. Chubbin's choice is this. Ta-da! The unhealthy sandals. This insole is studded with lumpy nubs that fail to stimulate every pressure point in a fabulous way. Keep wearing these and Chubbin will guarantee painful feet and chronic worsening of your health. Chubbin thinks it's superlative. So Dr. Kaminko gets by on his #1 inventions because he's the only one in the world who would dare to invent such awful inventions. Hi, Big Brother, this is a funny drawing. It's a really detailed drawing of a really weird machine. Huh? Are you going home already, Big Brother? But you just got here. Oh, Jovi gets it. Jovi has to show you how to go home, right? Okay, that's what Jovi will do. Jovi will take you home. Mimi, let's go home with Big Brother. So, we've got Jovi in the party. Time to head out. This little tutorial mode is about 60% of the way done. 60 to 70% of the way done. I'll tell you, the first part of this game is a definite slog. After playing it so many times, there's not a ton of action, but we're almost there, so bear with me. The fun stuff is about to start. Sorry, I was taking a drink of my water there. And here's Mom. Oh, hi, Mommy. We're back. Oh, Jovi, haven't I told you not to wander away by yourself? No, Mommy. You don't understand. Big Brother was lost, so Jovi brought him here. If Jovi weren't there, Jovi bets he'd be crying by now, saying he can't go home. Right, Big Brother? Oh, my. Jovi, you're such a brave and resourceful girl. But that's quite enough for today. Besides, Aiden must be tired of waiting for you. Oh my gosh, I was in the middle of hide and seek. Okay, Big Brother, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. And we'll see Jovi a little bit more. Bubbles, thanks for finding Jovi for me. Oh yes, Professor Crane wanted to see you. Bubbles, go see him right away, please. Now is where the plot starts to get a little bit more interesting. So this part's kind of weird. I'm pretty sure you have to go in here, or at least this is what I've been doing. You have to talk to this guy, and then you have to go upstairs. And I'll read the dialogue when the fun part happens. It relates to something I said earlier. Then you have to talk to this old guy. And then you go back downstairs. And the professor's back there in that one room that we were just in. So now we go in, and I'll start reading dialogue. Hi there, Bubbles. I've been waiting for you. I wanted to show you the snag machine. Has Aiden said anything to you about the snag machine? No. The snag machine is a special device for snagging Pokemon. The two of us, Aiden and I, were developing it, and now it's finally finished. I'd like to begin testing it immediately. Bubbles, will you help us? Okay, step inside, please. I should tell you, the snag machine is an outrageous piece of work. After all, it is used for stealing Pokemon from another trainer in battle. But we didn't make this to steal Pokemon indiscriminately from trainers. Bubbles, have you heard of the Shadow Pokemon? Haven't you? They're Pokemon that have been turned into fighting machines after their hearts closed by an official means. They're to be pitied. We developed the snag machine to take back such modified Shadow Pokemon. Why this machine is needed now, I can explain later. But for now, I'd like you to test our snag machine. After all, you are the best trainer at this lab, and the fact that we have a level 10 Eevee should say something about that. The snag machine is inside this case. Try equipping it right away, please. And cue the cool Iron Man suit-up sequence. We have a dope robotic arm. Wow, it fits you perfectly. It looks cool too, Bubbles. Dang straight it looks cool. So there he just added a new menu option to our PDA, which is called the Shadow Monitor. The Shadow Monitor is this game's equivalent of a Pokedex. Nothing special. It does show a little bit more info, which is nice. Whoops, how silly of me. I almost forgot to give you these. In order to use the snag machine, you'll need at least one Pokeball, so I'll give you these. And we got 5 Pokeballs. Pokeballs aren't used in the Ore region, so we import them from another region. Okay, now we're set. Let's hurry over to the director. Ah! What's going on? Who are you people? Let's go see what's going on. It's terrible, Bubbles. Some strange men came barging in and took off with the director. Well, I'm gonna go save him with my level 10 Eevee. Yeah, this is where the Pokemon Coliseum darkness comes in, just seeing 2 guys straight up knocked unconscious on the ground outside. Will you let go of me? Where do you think you're taking me? I'm taking you to your new lab, Professor. What? My new lab? Move it. We don't have any time. If you don't want to get hurt, hustle yourself into the car. You people, what are you? I'll save you, Professor. Huh? What is it, punk? You're going to play hero and try to stop us? I don't show mercy to anyone, not even kids. Cue our second battle of the series against Spinaps. Now, Spinaps is a unique trainer because he uses Teddiursa, and this isn't just any normal Teddiursa. That's right. This is a Shadow Teddiursa, and first Shadow Pokemon we have access to. Teddiursa's bio should be appearing on screen right about now. To start, Teddiursa's starting moveset is Lick, Metal Claw, Return, and Refresh. The notable move there is Return. Yes, Teddiursa gets Return right off the rip. Return will not be very useful at the start, seeing as his happiness level isn't going to be too high, but towards the end of the game, if you do decide to use Teddiursa, Return will be very, very helpful, as it is the highest base power normal type move. Teddiursa evolves into Ursaring at level 30. Ursarang's ability is Guts. Guts boosts Ursarang's attack stat by 1.5 times whenever it is status. Now, Ursarang has pretty decent stats across the board. It's rocking with a 90 HP stat, 130 attack, 75 defenses, and 55 speed. Its special attack is irrelevant. So, in short, Ursaring is a hard, physically hitting, semi-tanky Pokemon. If that sounds like the kind of Pokemon that you want to add to your team, I'd highly recommend it. A lot of people play through this game with an Ursaring. I'm personally not going to be using it simply because it is so mainstream, and I'm trying to keep my team a little bit more on the unusual side. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with Ursaring, and if you're interested in using them, I highly recommend it. And you see, we just caught it there. So we've now added Teddiursa to our team, which is awesome. What was that? My shadow Pokemon? Was it a snag? So there you just saw us do something that we did a lot back in Colosseum, which was steal an opposing trainer's shadow Pokemon. Kid, what is that machine on your arm? Could it be a snag machine? What the heck is that doing there? That's big news. Come on, move. I need to report this to headquarters. Like now. Sorry about that. And they successfully got away with the professor. That stinks. But, you know, it'll be alright. Because we're a 10-year-old with 2 normal types. One of them is evil. Wah! They took the professor away. Don't cry, Jovi. I'm sure Professor Crane will be okay. Sniff. We've contacted the police and the proper authorities about Professor Crane. They should let us know if they discover anything. I still can't believe that this is happening. Professor Crane predicted that someone will again try making shadow Pokemon. His prediction was on the mark. Bubbles, the Teddiursa you snagged probably isn't the only shadow Pokemon that was made. When the Purify Chamber is completed, we'll be able to save many shadow Pokemon at the same time, but Professor Crane is crucial to this project. Without him, there's nothing we can do. Let's complete it. We'll finish the Purify Chamber ourselves. Lily, the director's not here. It's hopeless. There isn't any possible way to get it done. You're on the verge of finishing. This isn't the time for you to feel sorry for yourself. The Purify Chamber project got this far not just because Professor Crane was here. We got here because we all worked as a team. Having come this far, it would be wrong to stop now. Our pride as scientists is on the line. Things will get very busy around here. I'll go upstairs and check out how the data processing is progressing. You go, Mom! Stepping it up. Gotta love it. Let's go see how Mom is. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is the farthest I've made it, so I'm gonna have to wander around a little bit to figure out where I need to go. Let's celebrate that I think that this recording is actually gonna work. Okay, here we go. This basic data should be fine now. Keep going with it. Bubbles, you came at the right time. May I get you to run an errand for me in Gideonport? We ordered a special machine part for the Purify Chamber from the parts shop. Jovi knows the parts shop. It's next door to Emily's house. Mommy, can Jovi go? Jovi wants to help everyone. Jovi, I appreciate your offer. I know you want to help, but it's an important component. Okay, Jovi, you're a member of the lab staffs too. Dear, would you mind going with Jovi? Okay, Mommy. Big Brother is Jovi's assistant. You have to listen to Jovi, Big Brother. And we're teaming up with Jovi again. Bubbles, Jovi, both of you be very careful, please. I'm counting on you two. And off we are to Gadianport, guys. Let's go outside. And we've got one little bit more piece of dialogue. Hey, Bubbles, Jovi, where are you two off to? Jovi's on an important trip to Gadianport. Big Brother is Jovi's assistant. Huh? Bubbles is your assistant? You must be confident with such a good assistant, Jovi. Anyway, Bubbles, could we ask you to hold on to that snag machine and use it? There may be other shadow Pokemon out there. If you spot one, rescue it from the criminals. I'll make approaches to the authorities and other people to have Pokeballs available for sale at shops. There's more. I wanted to give you these too, Bubbles. And we've got some memos appear to be written by Professor Crane with information about shadow Pokemon. And ladies and gentlemen, this does seem like a good stopping point for the first episode. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, pop that subscribe button, and you guys should see the question of the day under the screen. If you guys want to answer that, feel free to answer that in the comment section down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Bubbles out.